This is Frankie Abbruzzino with the Scoop News. We're talking about Fox Leas Farms and the new planned 118 or proposed 118 home development that wants to go up just north of Fox Leas Farms over there on Auburn. They had a meeting yesterday with the Planning Commission. It went for a while. There was a lot of testimony, about 4.5 hours of testimony. The good thing that Fox Leas Farms, they were granted affected party because affected party has a lot more say in the matters, which is a good thing. They're being represented by Jeff Boone, which is odd because Boone's going against the developers of which he normally 99% of the time sponsors. But there is concerns from, there's concerns that the new residents, once they move in there, they'll be a little bit like the Golden Beach people, the people out at the Sarasota airport. The different individuals that tend to move into houses, the people out in North Venice that are upset over the paving company out there. What happens is you get these institutions, these airports that have been out there for 50, 60 years. The development comes along. They're there for maybe 2 years, 1 year, 3 years. And they start complaining about, in this case, in the airport cases, they complain that there's too much noise and they want you to change the flight patterns, which never, just doesn't make sense. And you get that at the Venice airport and the Sarasota. So what's happening here is they're wondering, will the residents that move in there in the future have concerns about noise, about drainage, about dust, about fears that they might smell horse manure because they're right there next to Fox Leas Farms. I must say that Fox Leas Farms, I'm a great supporter of them. I put their events on here constantly. They do a lot of stuff. They just had a charity event with the Rotary. I think it was Saturday. I forgot about it and missed it. But they draw a ton of money. They're one of the largest. They're up there with Benderson and the Baltimore Orioles in terms of how much draw in revenue dollars they bring to the county. And the odd thing is they're on Auburn. On the west side is Venice, the city of Venice. On the east side is, you're not in the city of Venice, you're in the county. And that's Auburn, what is happening with Fox Leas Farms. They're considered the county, and they often get ignored. And I don't believe they're huge fans of the city and the treatment they get from them because they're not within the city, even though their operation is right across the street and brings in about, I believe the total was $15 million to the city annually. So there's somebody that isn't getting a lot of love, and they should be. Now, the good thing about this is this 118 home development is within the city of Venice. And you got this entity that's going to have the affected party status outside the city of Venice, but they got a great attorney. No matter how annoying he is, Jeff Boone, he's a good attorney. He knows land development. I think this will probably go through. I think there will be a bunch of restrictions that they're working through now. So they postponed the planning meeting, and the two attorneys are going to get together. They're going to try to come up with some changes that are acceptable to both parties because they want to avoid any litigation down the road. The other folks that are quite concerned are the people that are on Auburn, and it's the oh god, let me think real quick. It's the Sawgrass, that's it. The Sawgrass operation or neighborhood is right across the street from there, and with that Sawgrass, you have some individuals that are on the city council that live out there, like Fred Fraze. He lives out there, and so they in that community tends to carry a lot of weight. And you got Fred Fraze, who is a anti-development kind of guy. I put out one of his emails that he sent off to, I believe it was the city attorney for Venice, just saying, look, something's out of control. We don't want to be the next Naples. You can find that on my wall. So they came forward with only 51 signatures, but I'm sure they could get a lot more, and I'm sure there's going to be a lot of people contesting this new development, 118 homes. I believe the video report got a lot of hits. I know it was over 100 on my page. There was a lot of concern, I know, on the thread with people commenting, and so we'll see what happens. And I say that's a lot because normally on development issues you don't get that much. You know, if it's a lost cat, you'll get 3,000 views. If it's a development, you might get 10. So we'll see what happens with this. They're going to come back to the table and try to come up with a solution. It's something that's not going away anytime soon. The other thing that Fox Lea primarily concerned is with the construction process, how the future residents will be concerned with the horse manure impact and all that. How about site burning during construction? They're concerned on how that will impact their horses. And these horses are horses that are $50,000 to $1 million. One thing I learned is it's a high-end sport. It costs a lot of money. My best friend's daughter does it. It's not inexpensive, and the demographics are your high-end, pretty wealthy individuals. To get into that sport, you have to have some kind of money, just with all the costs that my buddy's broken down to. So that's it. This has been Frankie Abbruzzino with the Scoop News.